Hello, this is going to be a video about a product called Limb Gallery, and this is going to be part one that heavily emphasizes the user experience of this digital content management software created by I2S. I2S is a French company based outside of Bordeaux, France, and it's been around for about 40 years, heavily involved in the creation of technological products that deal with optics. As this one part says, seeing things that the eye cannot see. I2S is involved in things like biomedical readers. They're involved with athletic events, so sometimes those photo finishes, those are I2S optics that are finding it. Things in medical, such as what looks like a toothbrush that actually does imaging of your entire mouth. They do things with terahertz cameras and so many more things. But what we want to emphasize in the United States, I2S is known for the digitization and their book scanning software. They've got small book scanners, they have large book scanners. We have an authorized reseller here in the United States called Image Retrieval based out of Texas, and they handle all the supplying of these scanners to many places throughout the United States. There are literally hundreds that have been sold. Some of the clients include large institutions such as University of Florida, University of Michigan, as well as large institutions such as the Library of Congress, who have these humongous maps that uses our large format scanners for those. Family Search is another institution that uses quite a few of the scanners because they have family history centers around the United States, and they supply those with all these scanners. So just many institutions throughout the United States that know I2S for scanning and digitization and the hardware of these scanners. Also worldwide, just a partial list of some of the many clients that use I2S products. If you notice, a lot of them are national archives, national libraries. Again, they're well known throughout the entire world. In addition to their hardware, though, they've created a suite of software products called Limb. And with every scanner that is sold, there's a product called Limb Capture that comes with it. And I won't go into the details of all the features of Limb Capture, but it's a great product for your initial scanning. Then there's a secondary product called Limb Processing. And Limb Processing, I love what this slide indicates, is the first software solution to offer all the tools needed for digitization projects. And so that's everything from the project management to the very end. When you're outputting your finished file, and you can do multiple files, you can send it to things like OCLC's WorldCAD or DPL, or you can send it to Limb Gallery as well. And it does the OCRing, which is the optical character resolution recognition for documents like PDFs, so everything gets able to be scanned and then searched. So what this presentation, though, is going to be about is that third piece, Limb Gallery. It's one solution, though, but has two interfaces. There's a front office, which will be the user experience that I'm going to cover, and there's a back office where all these things happen. And so the first I want to talk about in regards to Limb Gallery and the front end is its customizability. And so to do that, I'm going to go here to Limb Gallery, and this is Limb Gallery. It's actually a demo website that we created. This is what talks about all of our solutions and services. This is Limb Gallery. Here's another site, Adelphi University in New York. It's a content DM site. As I scroll through here, this is their look and feel, and that's why I said it's customizable. How do they want their things to look? And you notice they even have some social media aspects of there with tweeting. This is another Limb Gallery site. I'll keep going with some more. Here's one in Geneva, Switzerland. It's also a Limb Gallery site. It also uses tweets. It's a little bit different. It has sliding banners, whereas Adelphi didn't. You can customize things based on what you want your library to look like. It's not just English sites or French sites. This is an Asian site. And I always like this site because it just looks so cool with the different characters that are there. But again, this is Limb Gallery. Another one that's brand new is the National Library in Spain. You can see there's a big, huge, large graphic to start with. The only thing that's in common with all of these is there's always a search box. But after that, if they want to list their collections or have sliding banners and clickable banners, you can do all of that within Limb Gallery. Here's another content DM site. This is Radford University, similar to kind of what Adelphi looks like, but they didn't use social media. Instead, they have a great digital collection, but they have these sliders here that talks more about it. Again, all Limb Gallery. Here's one in France as well. You notice they have a button here that switches from English to French. And one other thing about that's customization, not only is the front end customizable, like this looks completely different than the other ones, but if I go ahead and select something or search for something, Even the results page is customizable. How do you want it to look and feel? So this is how this particular site, University of Paris South, looks. I'll go to this one in Paris. It's just a theater, and it's going to make noise. So this is how the results page looks like. This is what their main site looks like, and it starts playing songs. So I don't play it that long. And then that's how their results page will look. So a little bit different. Here's another one in France. This is called Inha. And again, you have sliding banners. I like this also, though, because as you scroll down, they actually have their collections listed here. They also have their collections listed here. It's up to, again, the library how they want it to appear. And then the very bottom, they have selected things that they want to highlight. That is a slider that you can slide through and see the things. And so that's how they have their setup. And again, if I press Enter, which shows all the results, or search for something, this is now how their results page looks. Again, each one's different, the way the facets are. It's all customizable based on what the library wants. And finally, here's the newest one in the United States. It's our largest one, actually, called FamilySearch.org. This is what their site looks like, which is kind of nice. It talks about some of their new collections they have, as well as partner sites that partner with them. They have over 350,000 digital publications, which is millions of actually pages that have been scanned. This is Family Search. And again, if I was to search for something in Family Search, this is what their site looks like. Again, different than the other ones, but it's customized for what they need. So this is just one aspect of what I wanted to show you. And as far as Lim Gallery goes, we also have records, and we have our records set up. This is how it looks when you select something. So again, something a little bit different, but this is all Lim Gallery and the customization within Lim Gallery. It's how you want your library to look, and we do that for you. There are a set of 4 different themes that you can select, and they're kind of like a skeleton, and then we build off those themes to make it look and feel how you need it to, whether it be colors, fonts, functionality, all of those things you'd like to have in there. The next part I want to talk about is the searching aspect of it. You spend all these time, resources, both in labor and money to have your collections digitized, and then you put it out there so people can access it. So how good then is your system in regards to searching? So let me show you how searching works within Lim Gallery. I'll come here and I'll start with this French site here, and we can do it in English or French. I'll do it in English so you can see it better. Very quickly it switches over, and I'm going to just search for Paris since this is a French site. Notice that whenever I start searching, it gives me a list of suggested searches because everything in Lim Gallery is indexed. It's finding words. It's saying, okay, as you start typing, is this some of the things you're looking for? And you can select it, and it's going to execute the search for you. And as it's about ready to pop up here, sorry, I had my thing there. Okay, so this is now the results screen. Here's the results. You can see again it has all the facets on the right-hand side. What I wanted to show you though in here, because we'll get into more features in a moment, if I select one of these titles, it gives me more of the metadata as I'm searching for. That's nice. I select it again. Again, this is how they wanted all these additional steps. You could do a one-click and it's right there, but they wanted it in multiple steps. So here's their image that's right here. You have a set of tools on the bottom to help you do other things, such as see all the other items that's a part of this. So those are things to help. They can do zooming in and out. They can download or print a particular page if they'd like to. Different things you can do while you're within the results of whatever you're at. This happens to be a PDF. Another thing that I like though, as I scroll down here, because their site looks different than the other ones, they've incorporated using the geo functions, the location ability to show it on the map where this item is from. There's also a permalink. Here's their social media that they have tied into it. But this similar documents area I thought was really, really great because it's taken all this metadata and it's analyzing it, and then it's saying, here are similar documents that is similar to this that you may want to explore and select. So that's something unique that they turned on, that they wanted, and it works. Again, it's available for all people if they want it to. Let's do another search. These are some of the English ones. We'll do these former content DM sites, and so this is Radford, and I'll search for something like campus because it's a campus. If you notice how they have in their search box, they have an option. They have an option where you can search all the metadata and the full text, or just the metadata if you want. There's also an advanced search feature. I'll just go ahead and do the campus. I'll select it, and now you see all the results that are there. The number of results that you have, 10, 20, 50, that's all customizable, of course, as is the sorting, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But of this list of all these images that are here, these are all images, I'll select one. So similar to the French side, it gives me now more metadata. You determine how much metadata is here, and then when I click on it again this is a photo. It has also tools here, but some tools are just specific to images. Some tools are specific to PDFs. While I'm in this one, again, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, and then in the upper right-hand side up here in the corner, there's a little arrow next to the X. If I click on there, it's now going to go through that list that I had when I selected campus, and it's going to show me each of those items that was in that list. Automatically, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So that's one of the things that the searching feature will do to help your end user. I'll go here to Delphi, and I'll search for something. I'll search for like Alice in Wonderland. So I'll put in Wonderland. And of course, my spelling's horrible, so I'll search it. And it's going to say, sorry, I didn't find anything, but did you mean, and here are some other options, because it's searching again all the metadata in this case and saying, here are similar words based on other metadata that it has in its database. Is this one of the things that you're looking for? Again, here they have only metadata or metadata in full text. This is how they want it. They default to only metadata. I want to search metadata in full text. I'm going to search this time with just quotations. And I'll say something like Office of Admissions, and I'll search for it. So before with Radford, I was showing you some images. At Adelphi, I'm going to show you just some, these in this case, they're newspapers, and here's my results. This is my results screen that's here. And then if you notice, because it's not an image, it says full text results. When I select full text results, it shows me the exact location of the different pages where this item happens to be. So in this case, I can say, okay, well, view this. And right away, you can see how fast it is. It takes me to that page of this newspaper. You can barely see some things that here are in pinkish red. If I zoom in, you'll see it even more. See? And I'll zoom in even more. Everywhere that it finds this Office of Admissions, it's showing it. So there it is. If I go also throughout the rest of the paper, there's all these other times it's being mentioned. So I'll select the second one on another page. Probably want to zoom out to see where it is. You can see there it is. So those are some nice features. If you're a user and you're searching for something, this is going to help you find something right away with your searching ability and the power of searching. I want to show you one more example, and this is from FamilySearch.org. As I said, they're getting ready to go live. You can see it says it's switching in January. It says they have 350,000 items. This is their existing or their old system that they're using. It's a great system, but it's not as powerful as Lim Gallery, and I'm going to show you why, how important the searching is of your digital content, of all this material that you have. So in this case, I'm going to search for my mother's maiden name. Since this is a genealogical site, I'm going to see if there's any information that maybe I can find about her family or the family lines. And so I'll search. Again, this is the old system that they're on, and I found 5 records that were here. And that's great, 5 records. And if I select details, and this is how I've had to do it in the past, I come here and I see, okay, this is a yearbook. That's great. If I select the title, it's going to actually open up a PDF of that actual yearbook. So I get excited. I think, okay, this is a great system. This is wonderful. And then I can come through here and I can scroll through here. And it was relatively fast. It took a little bit to load the pages. Some load faster than others. But I see this yearbook, and I'm going to have to go page by page to try to find that name Vonderfect. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I can, of course, blow up the pages if I want to, but that's what I'm limited to do. And I'm happy, but now Family Search is switching to Lim Gallery. And again, they had 5 results in this one. I'm now going to go to the new Family Search, and this is what this one looks like. I'm going to type in the same word, Vonderfect. And I can only do this now because both sites are up, so I can compare the two. Soon the other one will be shut down, so I'll have this short little window to show you this absolute power, real live power of searching for something. I search for von der Effect, and instead of 5 results, I have 27 results. It's the same exact data, 350,000 digital publications, millions of items, but it's searching all the metadata and the full text of each of these items. And as a result, when I come in something like here's the yearbook that's there, there's a full text result just like there was on those newspapers or any other PDF, and it says here it is, von der Effect. And if I select View, oops, I have to sign in first. I apologize. As I sign in, just that fast, it shows me here's that image of this item. And with Family Search, anyone can have an account. It's a free account. You just sign in. So I come in here, and I can zoom in. I zoom in, and I see this Mary von der Effect, or this M. von der Effect. And as I look at this picture then, I got excited because that is a picture of my mother when she was in 6th grade. I never saw this picture or never had access to this book until I started searching in Family Search. And before, I just had the whole yearbook, and I never went through it all because it was page by page. With this new Lim Gallery, I put in here, and so for the first time when I was using Lim Gallery, I was able to see this picture of my mother and discover she looks a lot like my brother, and it was just uncanny to me. Just a little example of the power of searching of your digital collections with Lim Gallery versus what else is there. A lot of products say they do the same thing. So searching is important. It's your collections. It's all your time and efforts making these collections. Have a product that can then search it and deliver these assets then to your end users. Next would be other user features that are available within Lim Gallery, because there are other features that I wanted to show you about. So for example, if I come back here, and I'll come back in Lim Gallery, here's the records. I'm going to use the actual demo site here just to show you more of the things. Again, I said the results page, if you remember the other one had results of 10, 20, 50, 12. I can customize this however I want it to be, however many options I want them to be. I can sort by relevancy of title, date, etc. Or I could have 20 other different kinds of sorting if I wanted to. I want to show you though this display up here. Some of the sites put the display options right here, and this is how I display those results. So right now it's just a long list of display, but maybe I want them as a thumbnail view. So here's a thumbnail view with a little bit of metadata. That's an option I have. I can come in here and I can do maybe just a list view. I don't want any kind of icons, just the list itself. And you can see I have all the facets on the right hand side. If I wanted to, and I take advantage of the geocodes on the records, put the location on those records, then this comes in handy. This is a map view. And on the map view, I can come in here anywhere where my records are. And this, again, is just a database that we've created. I can select, say, this right here. It says there's 2 results in this area. I can select that. It's going to zoom in a little more. I can come in here and I can narrow it down even more. It's all in the same little area. And when I scroll down a little bit more, there are the results that shows me what exactly it was, those 2 books and where they came from. So I can do it by this map view. The other view I have, the final view, and I'll just go here again, find all the records. I have a date line view or timeline browsing. And on a timeline browsing, I select it. And then I have different ways of looking at this, but here's just one of our little viewers that's here. It's a slider where I can slide and I can go and limit to a particular date range if I wanted to. So maybe I want to go just that date range there, slide it there. So you can see it's changed here, 1920, 1957. If I slide this, this changes and alters. So I'll just change it to right here, 1930, 1957, and I submit it, and then it'll show me those records that I'm seeing from just those years. And I can see the date range right there. It's showing me on the right-hand side in the middle. So that's kind of cool as well. So those are different options that your users can see right away when they're looking for something. You can search for all types of formats within Lim Gallery. So one of the things I have in Lim Gallery in this particular demo site, one of the facets are different types that I have. So I can narrow this down through types. So maybe I want to see 3D images. So I'm going to find this and find my 3D images, and it handles the 3D images with its built-in viewer. So when I come in here, It's going to show me the little mask, and it's very quick how this is working. Here's my mask I'm going through. And then how we have this set up, you have the image, and then down below is the metadata. Again, you can have it set up and look at it however you want to be. If you notice, the other sites had the metadata first, and then you clicked on it and saw the image. I have a back to results here. Maybe I wanted to come through here and see some videos. Videos are nice within Limb Gallery because it doesn't actually get loaded into Limb Gallery. It stays on the native location, wherever that might be, to save your storage, so you don't have to take up all your storage with videos or audios. And so what it's doing, I'll select video. It's tying in, it's taking all the metadata that you put into it, and then as soon as you click on it, like here's one right here, as soon as you click on it, it shows it on your screen. Here's the video that's there. You saw it's fast. And if I start playing it, it's going to go through, and in this case, this is a YouTube video. It goes and plays it right away. And so it can be Vimeo or any other place where you want to link those videos into it. It's showing up right away. So again, any of the formats you have, it's going to show up within Limb Gallery. You can have. Another great feature within Limb Gallery is the ability to create lists and manage your lists. So right now, I see whenever I'm on an item, there's a little star there. And when I'm on the little star, if I click on it, it's going to say you have to have an account. You have to log in. And then when I log in, I can start creating these lists. So if I go to this other one where I'm logged in, oops, let me come over to here. You can see I'm on the same kind of a page, but instead of categories here, I have a new area called My Favorites. So I'll go back to the old one. Here's the old one. It's missing. I'm not logged in. When I'm logged in, I have a My Favorites. These are all already highlighted. So if I click on one, it's going to come in and say, here are your different categories you've created. Do you want to add it to one of your categories? Do you want to edit your categories? You can manage all that as a user. And once you've done that, then if I select one of these, like say modern paintings, it shows me all the items I have in that list. In this case, there's only one. If I go to paintings, it shows me the items I have in this list. And then I can print these things if I'd like to. That's all available to me. Another thing you can do when you're in Limb Gallery, and this is powerful for libraries to be able to do. One of the things in the past that's always been kind of hard to do is if you want to suppress certain items based on a person's login. So if I go to my old site that was here, that I'm not logged into, and I search for a title such as, let's see, Alaska Natives and the Land, for example. I search for this book. I know a book like this, and it's not really finding the book that I'm looking for. It's showing me records, but I'm not finding the one I want. If now that I'm logged in to the other site, I'll switch over here, and I'll do that same search. Because I'm logged in and because of the type of a login that I have, it's now showing me there's the book that I want to do. So you can suppress titles, actual entire collections, based on a person's login. So if there are certain things that's more sensitive or sensitive material that only certain people with certain abilities or login credentials can have, they'd be the ones to see that. Maybe administration, maybe meeting notes, whatever you want to do, you can put it all in Limb Gallery and then limit who can see what. These are just some of the things that are available within Limb Gallery. Some other things as I come over here on our little demo site, and we have it kind of set up differently than you would a regular library, just so we can show off different things. OEI records, artists, exhibitions, annotations. Exhibitions, for example, if I come in here to exhibitions, I can see things such as, these are exhibits, is what these are. These are different kinds of exhibits that I've created, and so I want to come to this exhibit. This is different than what's in the regular Limb Gallery. These are maybe certain areas highlighting a guest speaker and all their works that are there, or maybe it's a National Art Month or something. So I have these exhibitions that are here, and maybe I want to go see this Leonardo da Vinci one. I'll click on there, and so I can go up to like 6 different layers going down on these things. And again, as I go through it, I learn a lot of things. Oh, here's Mona Lisa. I'll click on Mona Lisa, and now I'm in my actual record that I have of Mona Lisa, and there she is. So that was a little bit different than the one that I had at this French site that also has exhibitions. How they have their setup, when I click on it, they have their exhibitions that are right here, year by year. So they have several each year. When you click on it, Here is a synopsis of month by month, the different exhibitions they have. So again, this is just another way how they can highlight things. You can do a blog on here. You can do news articles on here. How do you want these set up? In their case, they have exhibitions. And again, all these things that are highlighted in blue are hyperlinked. You have all those things that are available to you. A final thing I wanted to show you within Limb Gallery is the ability to actually harvest records. Not only can you send your records out to a WorldCAD or some other place that may harvest your records, you can harvest records yourself from other sites. So we have a little sample search here of 1,500 records that we can search on. And so in this case, what this is doing is this has records from two different libraries. One's a Limb Gallery library, one's not a Limb Gallery library, but they both look the same in the results. So here they are in the results. They both look the same. Where they're coming from, though, is showing up right here in the middle with their little logo. So if I search for something, say something simple like France, what this does is it's searching. It's going to search the metadata there. And again, I'm going to see the different records. There's a different one right there. So I'll compare these two records right here. I'll select this first one. It gives me the record. Here's the image, because that's how we have it set up. You may have it showing the metadata first down here. So here's the metadata. There's the image. When I click on the little icon itself, though, it opens up a new window, and it actually takes you to where that item is actually hosted at. And in this case, it's at this Gallica site. And so there it is, that you can then see it in its native environment. But it's searching and showing you it in Limb Gallery. For the other result that was there, if I go back to my results, and I'll see this one, and this one is the Limb Gallery site. It does the exact same thing. It looks the same. There's your metadata. There's your item. You click on the logo, and then it opens it up inside the Limb Gallery for that library. So you can harvest, you can share your materials with another. It's not going to affect your storage ability, yet it lets your collections be more valuable because you're sharing your things with one another. So these are just a couple of the different overviews that I wanted to show you in Limb Gallery, some of these features that are available to you. And there's so much more. We could probably go another hour on all the things you can do on the front end of the user interface. So let's recap now. Some of the things about Limb Gallery that we've gone over. The metadata, you can ingest all the different types of formats that are there. You can ingest alto files as well. That's become searchable. You can harvest other people's data. When you're importing data, you can import them in a batch mode. You can do the OAI harvesting. As you saw those images and the harvesting, that's all because of the IIIF format and standards that are in place. You can add records one by one. There's templates that are there. Try to make it as easy and comprehensive as possible for users to use this. You don't have to have technical skills available to you. You don't need to know XML or HTML. This is easy for anyone to use from the smallest library that we have. We have a couple of them in the United States that are just starting, small staffs. In fact, one has one staff, and they can do this on their own. We set this up for you. We maintain it. We're your support for you to make sure it keeps going if you want to make changes. All you have to do is worry about getting your materials, and then let's put them out there so people can use them. And it's very user-friendly. It can go on all the different devices, obviously. It's a fully functional web solution, and it works on all your different platforms. A couple final thoughts. Easy migration. We've actually developed tools to harvest the data from products like ContentDM, so the migration is very easy. The front office, this is what this has been about. It's customizable based on, you didn't see any of those two of those sites that look identical to one another. They could, but you don't have to, because why? When you can have it your own way you want it to be. And you can copy ideas of other people. We're happy to do this, but it's your site and it's all customizable. And this is all done because of the back office. The back office where you can manage the records, manage all the customization. It's your users, the security, what collections you want to suppress or make based on a person's login. It's all your analytics. You can even do things in the back office like global edits, where you can add categories and select a lot of records and then add categories or subjects or change names of things all at once on a global update kind of a way. And finally, best of all, very affordable. It's cheaper than what you would think products are in this range, but it's more efficient and more powerful. It's subscription-based. You're no long-term contracts. It's year by year. The data is always yours. As I keep saying, it's your library. It's your collections. Let's help you maximize the value. So If you want more information, which I hope you do, or you want a longer webinar and talk about the back office as well and show you how this can actually benefit your library, our website is demo.lim-gallery.com, or send me an email at tmorman, M-O-H-R-M-A-N, at i2s.fr. Love to talk to you and have a great conversation with you and show you some pricing and quotes that you won't believe, but they're very accurate. Again, thank you for all your time, and we look forward to talking to you in the future.